47 Meters Down is one of the best film experiences I have ever had. As a big horror fan, it does take a lot to scare me, as horror fans can build up a tolerance over time. And with this one, I had a very rare for me, physical response. I don't tend to react physically to horror films. And in this one, I was tense, I was hunched over. I wasn't sweating, but I felt quite clammy. I had a genuine horrible reaction to this, and I absolutely loved it. The film was released in 2017. It's directed by Johannes, written by Roberts and Ernest Riera, and we have a cast including Claire Holt and Mandy Moore as Kate and Lisa. And they are sisters, and they decide to go into a diving cage to look at sharks. And once they're underwater, things start to go horribly wrong. As they're so many meters down, it's not a problem. They're watching the sharks, and then the cage drops. And it drops, as the title suggests, 47 meters below the surface of the water. And for me, the fear kicked in. I felt a little sick when they were watching sharks, because just the idea of being underwater, I absolutely detest it. But when that cage dropped, I felt like my whole body dropped with it. It was just a horrible moment. And from that point on, I was on edge, and I loved it. An absolutely amazing film experience, and I don't want to say too much more about what happens, but it's a very well-written narrative, despite the fact that they are obviously in pretty much the same place for the whole film as they're waiting to find a way out of this situation. It never felt boring. It never felt stale. The characters are interesting enough. The performances are brilliant. The camera work is great. The music is really good as well. And this is one of the most intense film experiences I have ever had with a horror film. I was going to say in recent time, but honestly, I don't ever remember having such a physical response to the fear that I feel when watching a film. And it's absolutely incredible. Obviously, a large part of that is because I'm very scared of water and I don't want to be in water. Anything like this, like I don't want to do in real life. But in terms of having it as a horror film, it works really, really well for me. And obviously on top of that, we have a well-written narrative, very well-written narrative, great pacing, great characters and performances. The music is great. The camera works great. It's absolutely fantastic. It's one of those films where I felt so sick. I wanted it to be over, but I would be devastated when it ended, because it was an amazing, amazing experience. And I'll say no more than that. I don't want to give anything else away, but 47 Meters Down, in terms of my personal preference and what scares me, is one of the best films that I've ever seen. I am aware that there's a sequel, and I will be watching that as soon as possible. I don't know if it's on any streaming sites, but if not, I'll pay for it. I will happily rent 47 Meters Down uncaged if it's not on any of the streaming sites. In the UK, 47 Meters Down is currently on Now TV. And hopefully, in fact, I'll check so I can give some useful information. Okay, so instead of rambling, I actually looked, and the sequel is currently on Amazon Prime in the UK, but there is a note saying it leaves Prime in 14 days at the time of recording this. So it may or may not be available, but I will be watching it probably within the next day. I need a little bit of time to come down from this one, because it did affect me extremely well, and I loved every second of it. 47 Meters Down, one of the scariest, most effective horror films I have ever seen. I absolutely loved it. I hated every second of it, but in a way that's really beautiful. And if it sounds like your kind of film, if this is a scenario that would make you very, very scared, then 47 Meters Down is absolutely a film that I'd say is worth checking out.